Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back on my channel. You're listening to Light Channelings once again, and today I am back again with a new card reading for all of you. Before starting with today's card reading, I'd first like to express how grateful I am towards all of those people who are sending me their best wishes, showering me with their love, acceptance, and utter appreciation for the spiritual work we are doing here, and as well are contributing for the growth of this connect of this channel, not this connection, I'm sorry, so generously. Thank you so much for everything, and know that universe is going to reward you and bless you with whatever it is you need. For your good work. Keep up spreading love, light, healing, and joy everywhere you go. That's what I'd like to say. Now we will start today's reading. It is again filled with so many messages and so much clarity to be given to the one who is struggling on this journey. The reality and the truth is that you and your counterpart both are struggling on this journey in different ways, form, and manner. You may not understand their situation, they may not understand your perspective, but both of you are struggling and are troubled by the current situation. It's not just you, but other people as well. Actually, I am going to incorporate a channeling I received. I wouldn't say I received, I was getting the same exact message again and again. Since quite few days, and the story that's coming here is exactly what the channeling was describing. So in between, while talking about what's happening here, I will include that as well, because it is interconnected and I can understand why I was seeing those things. Okay, so let's get started. There is someone either on your end or your counterpart's end, but it's most likely going to be on their end in a lot of your situations, who used dark energy or did black magic or some sort of spell to block your counterpart from communicating with you. The communication was coming, they were about to send you a text or were about to give you a call. Whoever this individual is, it looks like it's a woman here, but it can be a man in your situation. You don't have to force it on yourself that if the reading says it's a woman and it's not a woman in your situation, do not try to force that thing. It's just a reading, a collective reading, and the roles are interchangeable. Okay, so do not obsess about the labels and the genders. Whoever this individual is, whether it's someone from their own family or it's their spouse, ex, someone they are currently involved with but are not at good terms. They could be dealing with this individual, but they are not actively engaged with this person because your counterpart had already made a decision and announced the decision to others that they are moving towards you. So, whoever this other individual is, whether it's their mother, their sister, their ex girlfriend, their wife, ex wife, whoever it is, did something to block the communication from happening and slow them down and make them stuck in dealing with other conflicts, issues, arguments, fights, or drama. This happened here. This is the main theme which is describing about. Now I'll talk about the channeling I received. So there is this story where Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati were uniting for a purpose, and there were people who did not wanted that to happen. So what they did is that they tried to block their union from happening, and as a result, Goddess Parvati, when she found out that there was an interference and it stopped them from creating a new blooming energy from their union, she cursed and punished that person. We won't go into details because the main point is to understand the message behind this channeling, this story. The same thing is happening here. For whatever reason, out of fear, hate, jealousy, envy, superiority complex, or just anything of that sort, people try to block divine connections, and it had been happening since ages, centuries, and decades, and it still happens. There is nothing new about that. You shouldn't get bothered because if you are a twin or you have the soulmate connection which has a purpose of its own, you will attract such situations, and there are going to be individuals who wouldn't want you to be come together. They wouldn't like that, and they will try anything and everything to block you or your counterpart from coming together. Same thing happened here. This individual knew that both of you are moving away from these dark, dense energies, and soon you were going to reunite. That's why this individual did this, to block your counterpart from taking action and instead get stuck in some other problem or challenge or situation. This individual or this group of individuals, if it's a family drama going on here on their end, which it looks like that it's happening, they manipulated the situation and they created a very false circumstance for your counterpart to deal with in order to shift their focus and attention from you towards them and what's the problem is on their end. They want your counterpart to give all of their affection and attention to them and not at all anything to you, because they do not think you fit in their world, or you deserve that place in your counterpart's life, or they just want to relegate you. They do not want to see you going up on the ladder of success, be it in your personal life or professional life or in other areas of your life. They just do not want that. And if it's someone your counterpart was involved with or is involved with, and uh, there can be a situation where your counterpart might have lied to you in the past, saying that this individual is just a friend, but there was something else going on behind the scenes completely opposite of what your counterpart was telling you. They were friends with benefits in some of your cases, and in other cases your counterpart didn't wanted to tell you that they are actively engaged or involved with someone else, because they were confused about you and they were unsure about you and your place in their life. They were even unsure about their own feelings they had towards you at that point of time. But as time passed, and in your absence, after you walked away from them, they understood and realized that there is only one person who rules over their heart, and that person is their true divine feminine, their true soul counterpart. So they tried to walk away from this individual, this woman. They may study with them, they may have studied with them, with this individual in the past. They may work with this person, or they may have given you this excuse that they work together, that's why they communicate and talk and have meetups at times. But there was something else going on. This individual just wanted to, as I said, they did not like how your counterpart gave you so much importance and significance in their life. So they wanted to replace you by their presence in your counterpart's life, and they're still at it. They're still actively doing that thing. This person, this one individual, if it's a specific situation, this person is still doing that, or both of these scenarios apply in some of your situations where there is this one person who says that, or um, pretends to be your counterpart's friend, but there is just something else going on or was going on behind the scenes, but it ended somehow as your counterpart made a decision and got clarity about their own intentions and feelings. They walked away from this person or announced breakup, declared an ending, whatever it is. But this girl, this individual, isn't taking no for an answer just yet. And she is using the excuse of working together or bringing up new opportunities for further growth in your counterpart's career. One second. This person is trying to stay in the picture by forcefully or stubbornly trying to she's using her position, power, or authority as an excuse to interfere in your counterpart's life or keep them away from you as much as she can, using work as an excuse or weapon. I'd say the pause was needed because I was trying to read what exactly she wants and intends to do. She's coming up with new offers, new opportunities, and new projects. She's trying to remain in contact continuously, but as I said, she's stubbornly doing that. She is persisting in trying to get that place back again in your counterpart's life, one way or the other. But it's not happening. Yes, your counterpart is going through a lot. They are bewildered and puzzled at this point of time because uh, they were focused at moving towards you. They were trying to find out what you were doing and what exactly is going on in your life, whether you're with someone else or not, or if there is a possibility that you're moving on. They were trying to collect all the facts so that they can move towards you, and they were about to communicate with you. But then all of this that is happening in their life threw them off track for a while. Not completely, it's not like that they have completely forgotten about you or have given up on the thought of reuniting with you. That's not happening. So do not forget, I'm sorry, do not think that they have completely shut the door on you. No, that's not happening. There are situations that are arising to bring these problems and obstacles. And they are arising because people are creating them deliberately and intentionally to block this union you two are about to have with each other. Your counterpart is going to deal with whatever it is in their own way, and they are not paying much attention to that other individual who wants to have them back in their life using these silly tactics. They are not paying much attention. They are focused on their own work and they want to create something on their own through way of their own hard work and dedication. And there is a possibility that they understood that they were not being true to themselves and they were not being honest by trying to take help of these individuals who were actually taking advantage of the situation to take them further away from you and gain control over their life. In the past, when your counterpart was not that confident, they did not believed in their own self, and that's why they were clinging on to these people so that they can take advantage of their position, power, or authority. But now that's changing, which is a very wonderful thing, because that was a block. It's because your counterpart was open to these other individuals and were allowing them to have control, not just in their decision making, but as well in the personal matters of their life. I'm seeing 191 right now, as well as 181. So they learned a lesson, they left those immature ways. They understood that they have to take responsibility for their own life, and they shouldn't be so dependent on someone to get opportunities, success, or offers or projects if it's career related. This was a block in the past, and now they are clearing that block away by coming back in their power and redeveloping their self-esteem, self-respect, and working on their own self-worth issues. The reason why they were clinging on to these people and were taking their help or were overly dependent on these people because they did not believe in themselves and their own abilities. But now that's changing, which is a very wonderful thing. So the universe again is telling you to wait, because things are still not fully ready for full fledged fruition of your desire. And I am talking about permanent reunion here. Okay, permanent reunion. Listen to me very carefully. Permanent reunion is a very different thing from receiving communication or getting a kind gesture from your counterpart. It's a very different thing. Permanent reunion means your counterpart is fully in their power. They're not going to listen to anyone, be it their own mother or father or sister or brother or friend or boss. They're self secured, independent, stable emotionally, financially, psychologically, and they are actively in person making changes to be with you. And you will see that happening in front of your eyes. That's when the process of permanent reunion starts. You will see it happening in front of your eyes. You will see them giving straightforward answers to people in front of you. Listen to me very carefully. In front of you. You will see them giving you importance, respect, recognition, and priority in their life, in person, in reality. That's what you call permanent harmonious reunion happening in 3D, and it's again a process. It's highly unlikely you're going to get a communication after 2 years of silence straight away coming from your counterpart telling you, I want to marry you, let's get married next month. Imagine yourself being in such a situation practically. Imagine that, and then come to a conclusion if, I mean, can it be happening? Can it happen? It's healthy or not? How will you understand them? How will you be able to trust them if you do not see them taking any real tangible actions in the real physical world? There is a whole other circus going on here where people are trying to show off and rub it on other people's face that I'm getting this and I'm getting that, I received communication, I got my reunion, and this and that. Someone who actually understands that reuniting with your counterpart is one thing in this connection, and then working on fulfilling the purpose of this connection is another thing. I'm trying to tell you something a lot of you may overlook because you're on social media, you see a lot of things happening with other people, and at that point of time you may start to think that there is something wrong with you, or you're not working properly, you're not paying much attention to the details, this and that. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. If they are telling you that you're exactly where you're meant to be, then do not compare yourself with others, and do not get swayed by what people are saying so blindly that you lose your own self-belief and the trust you got to have your own on your own selves. This is very important, that's why I'm telling you. So coming back to the this reading, as the channeling was suggesting that the goddess cursed that person, that's exactly what's happening here. For blocking this connection out by doing this dirty deed, they have brought curses upon them, and in their life they won't be able to stop your counterpart from taking action. Yes, they are trying to delay the process and manipulate the situation to work in their favor, to work in their favor, because they just want to feel powerful, and they want to receive that validation that they are the most important people in your counterpart's life, and you come at last, you're last at list. They just want to feel that, they want your counterpart to show them that they are the most important kind of individuals in their life, even if no, one second. Actually, I meant that this individual, this girl they were involved with, also wants the same thing. All of these people have the same thought process, and they just want the same thing. They do not want you to be together, because they want to have that power over your counterpart and control in their life, so that they can make them act as a puppet on their orders. That gives them satisfaction, that boosts their ego and pride, and that makes them feel powerful. And it looks like this is getting clearly visible to your counterpart day by day, and they are defending themselves, their rights, and their wishes. Because a time comes when a person realizes that enough is enough. It's when water goes above your head and you feel uncomfortable and choked, you make changes in your life. Your counterpart is in a similar situation. Divine is telling you that you, your counterpart, and your connection are completely protected, and all of your wishes are protected as well. Nothing can harm you. You're protected from any and all types of harm. And the same exact message I got while receiving the same exact channeling. That yes, people are going to try to block you, but they won't be able to separate you completely. For a temporary period of time, there are going to be blocks and little ups and downs you'd have to go through, but that doesn't mean that they'll be able to successfully snatch away your blessings from the divine store. That's not going to happen at all. Your counterpart is thinking, but actually are very confused to make the decision of leaving their family or this family drama they're in right now. They're protecting themselves, they're protecting you from getting attacked from these people. They're making changes, they are withdrawing themselves, and they're becoming more and more distant in their dealings with these people. Just know that whatever this person is doing or these people are doing, they won't succeed in doing that. And apart from all of this, the only guidance universe has for you in this situation is to tell you that if you only focus on your self-care, self-love, if you continue to work on healing yourself, if you continue to focus on attracting abundance, your inner growth, your life purpose, not only will you heal from this pain and trauma that other people are trying to cause you, but instead you'll attract abundance of blessings, financial, material, and economical success in your life, as well as this true divine love. Your only job is to focus on what it is you're supposed to be doing and not to get bothered by whatever it is that is happening. To confirm this card reading as well as the channeling I relayed, you will see signs describing about some sort of uh, pale ghostly energy being there around your counterpart. I saw this thing. This is again a very short channeling I received, which was describing that a lot of your counterparts, not counterpart, were cursed even before they were born with the use of black magic, because certain people knew that this soul is coming on this planet for a purpose, for a greater purpose. And this thing keeps on repeating every time they come closer towards you or they come closer towards following, fulfilling, or finding their true divine purpose. What do you think? Why they attracted these type of individuals in their life? Why their mother is so unsupportive and inconsiderate and is so obsessively possessive? Why they've attracted such sort of partners in their life who just want to dominate them and keep them under control and rule over their life? Why is it they had a abusive childhood? Why they have this habit or problem of overthinking everything and then get stuck? And the same applies with you as well. What do you think? What's the problem? And that's why I was telling you, permanent harmonious reunion is just another process. It's one step ahead on the ladder of the spiritual path, the spiritual journey you're on. I don't know why people are fighting to sit on a throne and make people worship them as if they are the only ones who are leading people or are guiding people towards their destination. And if that means achieving reunion or reunion, achieving union and reunion. Why it is so problematic for people to understand that everyone is on the same boat. Some people reach their destination a little early, and some people reach their destination not so early. It takes time for them. And then there are some people who are there to guide them, to guide other people who are on the same journey, on the same boat, so that they do not get lost. Enough of that. I hope I explained everything that's happening here. Your counterpart is thinking heavily on ending this cycle and breaking away from these restraints and constraints in the name of society, culture, religion, caste, tradition, or whatever people are trying to impose on them. They want to live like a free bird and they want to follow their dreams, passions, and purpose in their life, that which they are here for, and that's why you are going through with whatever you're going through right now. Other than all of this, universe is telling you that for any guidance or clarity in this situation, you should ask and consult your angels. Develop a connection with them, build a connection with them, and communicate with them on a regular basis. Right now is not the right timing. If you wanted to know, it's a no right now. It's a clear no, because there are things you're not aware of, and there are situations which are not in place, and people as well who are not in their actual place but are trying to get in someone else's place. So in perfect divine right timing, you will have the peaceful resolution you're hoping and yearning for. I'm seeing 363 right now, the number 363. So you need to have trust. They are giving me, actually all of you, a time period of time, a time span of a year or few months from now, or few months after a few months as well. Right now, you need to gather more information and do not jump to conclusions. Pay attention to how you feel when you listen to certain people and what they are saying. If they clearly want to assist you on your path, or they want you to put them on a pedestal, worship them like a god and goddess, and make them sit on a throne so that they can feel powerful, or they can feel as if they are the only one who are leading the game, something like that. That's a very dirty energy to be in. I'm saying this because it is happening nationally and internationally as well. So please pay attention to such things. It's going to block your energy, and it's just going to humility is the lesson. Listen to me very carefully. Humility is the lesson, and at the same time understanding that there are people on different timelines having different experiences and having respect for their journeys. This was all for now. I hope you enjoyed listening to me today, and this combined reading and channeling gave you some clarity and insights on the current situation you're dealing with. If it did so, then you can support this channel by hitting the like button or subscribe button, which is there. And with that being said, if you'd like to support by way of contributing, you can simply follow the link given in the description box below. That's all for now. I'll be back real soon, signing off for now. So until later, kindly take care of yourself and your loved ones. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for stopping by.